I'm Bryce Brandon, and this is my cooking video, my very first one. I thought I'd make these kind of on a whim and as a little hobby thing to post on my blog and show you that I can actually cook. And this is kind of a video from a single dude's perspective, cooking stuff that I like to cook, and I actually even sometimes share this with people, like the cameraman. So hope you enjoy. This is very basic, very beginner type video, so but the ingredients and the dishes should come out pretty nice, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks. Sorry for the lighting on this, but I'd like to introduce my two assistants in the kitchen. They help me in the event that I ever drop anything. On the left is Blue, on the right, Samson. So here we have the ingredients for our dish tonight. Lots of veggies, a little protein from the chicken. That would be this right here. Some herbs from the garden, so a little Italian oregano, and some Italian parsley. A little Swiss chard from the garden. I'm going to throw that in right towards the end. Some asparagus, red bell pepper, garlic, tomatoes, pine nuts, lemon, and Parmesan Reggiano cheese. I know, looks like a lot. It's not.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to start the cooking process here. Basically, I need to cut up a few things, cut up the veggies. So we'll start with this red bell pepper. I'm just going to slice it into just kind of like bite-sized chunks, basically. And I don't know that I'll use the whole bell pepper. You know, if you have a bigger pan, you can do whatever you want. You know, but basically I'm just going to cut it into chunks. And you know, cut it into whatever size chunks you want to cut it into. I just throw that in a bowl. Just keep in mind we've got some other veggies in here too, so that's about all we'll need of that. Set that aside. And we've got asparagus. I'm really just kind of like looking for the tips on these and maybe a little bit more. So throw that in that bowl. Basically like that. Voila! The rest of this stuff you can compost, or you know, if you're not into the whole composting and recycling thing, just throw them in the trash. So there we go. The rest of this stuff I'll cut up later because it needs to go in as fresh as possible, the herbs and stuff. The tomatoes I'll slice up a little bit, the chard I'll slice right at the end, and then throw it all in. So here we go. I'm also going to cut up chicken, but We don't have to show that to you. You know how to cut chicken up into chunks. Anyway, off we go.
Is it done?
Yeah. So basically what I have here is just some cut up garlic, sliced however you want to slice it, and just I don't know, about maybe a quarter cup of olive oil. I'm just going to put this on the stove on low heat, heat it up, and just kind of infuse that olive oil with the flavor of the garlic, and then we're going to use this to cook in. So just wanted to get a little footage of that. Alright. So I'm heating up my pasta water, and I'm heating up my frying pan to saute these veggies and stuff. What we're going to end up doing eventually is after I cook the veggies, after I cook the pasta, I'm going to take the pasta and just throw it into the frying pan with everything else and just toss it. So you'll see this here in a bit. Okay, so we're ready to throw the ingredients in the pan. I'm going to start with chicken. Ooh, chicken. This is chicken that's been marinated in lemon and rosemary. We're going to add a little bit of lemon later to this, but it's already marinated, so I'm going to put a little, I got my pan hot, put a little olive oil in the pan. Then we'll just throw the chicken in there, and I'm going to use a fork to kind of put it in there because, you know, I've already cleaned my hands. I don't want to get them dirty again. So get that pan hot, get the oil going, toss it all in there. We're just going to evenly cook it. Throw that away. Wooden spoon. What I'm doing is just kind of browning or cooking all of the outside. Then I'm going to throw the veggies in. Because you don't want all that stuff touching raw chicken. Another good thing to remember when you're cutting up your chicken like this, this by the way is just chicken breast. As I said, it was marinated. But what you want to remember when you're cutting this up is once you're done, wash your hands before you touch anything else. And there we go. It's kind of cooked on the outside a little bit. Get those uncooked pieces flipped over so we can get a good cook on it. Next thing I'm going to do is throw in my peppers and my asparagus. Peppers, asparagus. And kind of let those cook a little bit. And you know, it kind of depends on how I feel, but sometimes I just cover this with a lid and let it sort of steam. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I also want to take a little bit of that olive oil, garlic infused olive oil, and put that in there. Just to add a little flavor. And a little bit of ground pepper. A little bit of salt. just to make sure it tastes seasoned. So we'll let that go a little bit, then we'll throw in some herbs and the other ingredients. We'll get the greens in there, we'll get the, like I said, the herbs, the tomatoes, splash of lemon juice, and I'll get the pasta on. I've got my water boiling here, and we'll see how it goes.
Go.
So now we're getting a little color on the asparagus. I've added some pine nuts to this. I'm going to throw in the tomatoes and add some lemon juice. So there's our tomatoes. There's our lemon juice. Turn up the heat just a little bit. Let that sort of steam. Throw in a little more parsley. And we're going to finish it with the rest of the parsley later, but add a little bit of oregano, the rest of the oregano. Why not? It's oregano. We love herbs. Herbs are good to us, and the deer don't like them. So, we'll let that go a little bit more until the veggies are cooked, and then I'm going to throw in the greens. And we've got our pasta boiling, and we'll get this going here pretty soon. At the end, I'm going to pour the rest of the oil with the garlic in it over the top of this with the pasta, and it'll be done. We'll add a little Parmesan Reggiano right at the end.
Okay.
So here I've got my Swiss chard. I'm just going to throw this in right at the end here. And sort of wilt it down a little bit. You don't want to get it all nasty and ooey gooey, but you know, just kind of wilt it down, mix it in a little bit there. So you got your greens going, healthy. And once this wilts down a little bit, we'll just turn the heat off until we get the pasta done, and then we'll just throw the pasta in there, or the garlic infused olive oil over it, and then just toss some Parmesan Reggiano cheese and finish it with the rest of the parsley, and then it's dinner time. So at this point, the next step is the plating. We'll see you then.
Okay.
Okay, so our pasta is ready. I'm just going to take it out of the water and put it into the pan. I'm going to turn the heat back on. And this is kind of a pain, but you know, you just drain it a little bit. Just put it right into the pan. Sort of stir it around a little bit. Don't waste any of that pasta because that's good stuff. So you just sort of toss it around a little bit. Get those veggies all mixed in. Don't mind that chicken I just threw on the floor, because you know the dogs will get it. And then what I'm going to do is take the rest of this oil with the garlic and just pour it over the top here. I know it looks like a lot of oil, but it's olive oil, you know. It's not like it's pork fat, although pork fat rules, according to Elmo. So, just toss that a little bit more. I'm not giving any free stuff away here. Then we'll just finish it with the rest of the parsley, Over the top, Parmesan Reggiano cheese, a good handful or two of that, and we're done. It's ready to eat. Bon appetit.
Okay.
So I've got these lovely white square plates that I bought for $5 a piece. We're just going to plate this up. Put some of them tomatoes, some of those peppers, the chicken, the asparagus. Yummy stuff. This, by the way, is gluten-free pasta made with rice. Gluten-free fettuccine. And there you go. You could add a little crusty bread with this. You could even add a little bit more of the Parmesan Reggiano, which I'm going to do, because I love this stuff. And it's dinner. Thank you very much.